You're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and it is very, very cold out here. I have a sweater on, and I have my hat over my hands, like this, because it's cold. But I'm out here in the cold because I felt it was time for another vlog, and also because I have been getting some wonderful responses from you all regarding the vlogs. I love just sitting and talking to you about what I've learned in life so far. I love learning from myself, or what comes to me, what wisdom comes out of me while I'm speaking to you. I even put some really pretty earrings on. These are some of my favorite little earrings. Let me see if I can show you it. They're really adorable, and I got them actually from a local store, which is not too far away from where I am, but there they are. I love these Celtic knot little blue earrings, and they felt perfect for today. I'm also going to, don't think I can do this with just one hand. I'm also going to take my scarf and wrap it around my wee little head so I don't catch a chill, because it's cold out here. I do have my mask as always, it's in my pocket, but there's no one for, I don't know. You know, I think the nearest people that are near me are in some houses that are nearby, but that's it. Whew, my little babushka scarf. Oh, that's much better, because it's so cold. Have to remember to look at the camera. There we go. So I'm gonna sit here, try not to let my nose run too much, and because it's so cold, and tell you about what's going on in life for me. Someone came to the Discord, one of my patrons, who doesn't spend a lot of time in the Discord. I have a lot of patrons who don't ever come into the Discord, and that's not what they're there to support for. They're there for whatever personal reason they may have. But he came in and he told me that he was really enjoying the vlogs, and he mentioned that one of his only grandparent that he was close to that was still alive was pretty far away, and I'm getting old enough now that people are starting to call me Grandma Jessa. I am old enough to be a grandmother, and I have hope that I'll one day actually be a grandmother. But he took, he said my grandparents are far away, so yeah, I'm really, the advice that you give and you share is so important to me, you know, and I know that having someone that you feel has been a little bit farther down the path than you are, who can give you advice, is so helpful, and I still need that. And I am acutely aware of how many of our elder citizens we've lost last year in America. I mean, around the world, but in America the numbers are like now 400 and some thousand, and it's just heartbreaking. So anyway, I feel good that I can offer what advice I have to share. So that brings me to the subject on hand today. Today, I'm going to talk about mental fatigue and how you refresh yourself when you are fatigued. And I'm going to use myself as an example for this. I don't go out much nowadays. I hope that's going to change again. Fun fact about me, one of my favorite social activities to do is to have dinner parties. And of course, we haven't had a dinner party since last December, so over a year. And besides our son, no one else has been in the house for a year. And so it's just been really isolating like that. And as a result, even though we have a very pretty little cottage and we live in a very pretty little area, and I want to make it really clear that I'm by no means saying that I have it hard, but no matter how wonderful where you live is, it's the same wonderful every day. And needing a break from that is essential, but we can't go on a vacation. You know, we have the money saved to go on a vacation if we wanted to, but of course we can't. We can't travel. And so the ability to get away and get a change of scene is very limited. But it is not, by any means, completely off the table. There are ways in which one can make changes, I'm talking to myself here, that can help you through the dark days. Now, also, the dark days are, up in the sky there. We live in I'm sorry for the noise over there. Somebody is doing their yard. I hope it doesn't drive you crazy. But we live in a place where the winter can be very gray. I mean, everyone does. And you do have sunny days, but they're somewhat few and far between. And so this is what I've been doing to help myself. We have a little porch, and I have a rocking chair. And sometimes I like to go out there and sit there at night and just watch the stars. Orion was beautiful recently. I'll wrap up in a blanket and just breathe the fresh air. So my first suggestion is to change your place, change your scene, like a play. Change the scene. If you are literally trapped in your house, like you have a mobility concern, or, there's nowhere that's really nice outside to go, or nowhere that's safe, and nowhere you certainly couldn't go at night, I understand, then you can change your scene in your house. For example, you can change the furniture around. You could buy a throw pillow, or you can go to the store, buy one of those bouquets of flowers that cost $9 or $10 at the grocery store, and put those out. Anything to interrupt the sodden sodden paths of pain. What I mean is, our brain runs along neural pathways. And I think mental fatigue, in one way, comes from the brain running through a neural pathway repeatedly and over and over and over, running through the same pathway. Get up, go to work. See the same thing, do the same thing. Come home, eat, go to bed. Get up, go to work. Do the same thing, eat the same thing. Come home, go to sleep, go to bed. And I think that mental fatigue comes from the brain saying, I need a rest, a break from firing these same neurons. I need some new neurons to fire so I can rest these over here. Anything that I think that you could do to give your brain something new to focus on is helpful. So I will say that again. Change your furniture around. Put on a different set of sheets on your bed. some that you were saving, some for a special occasion. Things that you were saving for a special occasion. You know what's a special occasion? Still being alive. Still being alive and being able to thank the good Lord above for that. Or whoever you pray to. That is a special occasion. So take those things out that you were thinking, I'll just wait until company comes over. Take your good dishes out and use them. You are as worth those good dishes as any company, and we don't know when company is going to be able to come over again. And in fact, I am going to make you a promise. Today, when my husband comes home, I'll set out our good dishes. I will set out some nice dinner, something that could be anything. I kind of have a hankering for some soup and crusty bread. It's just because I'm sitting out here, it's so cold. And just put out something pretty for yourself. Maybe put yourself in something nice. And so many times we give ourselves reasons for why we can't do this. Well, no, it's just silly to do this if you're alone. Well, I disagree. Or it's not a special occasion. Yes, as I just explained, being alive nowadays is pretty special. So that's a special occasion. Another thing that you can do is, if you can go outside, this is exactly what I'm doing. I am just sitting in a beautiful location that's a slight change of scene. It's not too far away, and it's just a little drive away, and it's just a nice little place to be. And I'm looking at the leaves behind me moving in the wind. It's just a way for your brain to go, something new to chew on. Yay. Even if it's not new necessarily, I've been here many times, but it's something different for your brain to chew on. And also, your brain is not only chewing on it as it's happening, there are trees around me right now. But your brain isn't chewing on it when it's happening, it's also chewing on the memory of it when you go home and think about it tonight. As you're going to bed, you're asleep, There's also an opportunity to breathe some fresh air, which should give some much needed oxygen to the old noggin. And I was feeling so mentally exhausted just from everything. I mean, for us here in America, there's been some major political change, which is extremely exhausting, even though it's happy. It's kind of like when you finally leave a bad relationship, and yes, there's a lot of grief and horribleness about it, and but you start to feel better, but also almost even more tired than you were in the relationship. It's like you can finally go and exhale, and then realize how incredibly tired you are from dealing with a situation that you were just in survival mode about for the last 4 years. So anyway, those are my 2 tips, really, on how to deal with mental fatigue. Change it up. Interior, exterior, any little thing that you can do to change it up. A special occasion is every day that you are alive, so take out your special occasion things. There is one other thing I can think of. Really deep sleep, which I have not been getting. I've been sleeping, and in fact I've been sleeping. I go through phases where I definitely have a pattern where I go like this, And when I'm up, I've learned, rather than I am not a person that goes like this. Our society is really geared towards people who go like this. You get up every day, you go to work, I tend to work when I'm up, and then when I'm down, I just don't work. Or I work minimally, excuse me. And So, for example, YouTube rewards consistency. We all know that. If you put out a video every single day at the same time, YouTube will reward that. One of the things that I've had to accept is that I cannot maintain consistency. I put out content when I have the energy, and I do make content and then schedule it to go out, but so that it can remain somewhat consistent. But if I don't have the energy, there's no better way to make myself feel worse and therefore perpetuate the cycle than to berate myself for not having the energy that I need, to maintain that consistency. So I've had to just somewhat throw up my hands and say, this is how it's going to be. Because I've spent years tying myself up into knots about not getting content out. Or, when I first started on YouTube, I put out 2 episodes a day every day. Back in the day. It's all I can do to get out an episode a week nowadays. Just because I'm tired. And I think I wonder if I used up so much energy in my early days on YouTube that I've never really been able to recover it. And that coupled with getting older, each year I'm a bit older, I really notice it. And now that I am doing the Grand Dames, I have 2 channels that I administrate for, this channel, my channel, and our channel, the Dames channel. And both, the Dames channel has not been really stressful for me, thank goodness, because the other 3 Dames are so easygoing. And we just hired an editor. Yay! I'm so happy about that. And I found him in a very serendipitous way, so I'm really happy about that. And in fact, I might give him this video to edit. Actually, I think I will. That's a good idea. And he can make something awesome and pretty out of it. His name is Liam. And I found him because he created a trailer for a new mod that came out. And the trailer was so wonderful, and I just happened to watch the trailer because I was interested in the mod. The trailer was great. I'll put a link to it actually in the description in the comments below, and I'll put Liam's video for this new mod. And this mod is a mod which allows you, it's going to really help the modding community. It allows you to, with using computer AI, to make a particular voice actor's voice type say lines that you write in. So like the Whiterun Guard, or Serana in Skyrim. This is a mod. It's actually a mod for Skyrim, all the Elder Scrolls games actually. So, including Fallout, if I'm not mistaken. So it means that modders no longer have to rely on voice actors to get mods out, or just have the mod be unvoiced. That is really cool. I am a little bit concerned at what the modding community could make Serana's voice do, when you think about adult mods and things like that. That's questionable. However, on the positive side, it frees up modders to be able to train the AI, for example, hire a voice actor. Have the voice actor say 100 lines or whatever, of any kind. It doesn't really matter what the lines are. Train the AI, and then from then on, use that voice actor to, write whatever you want them to say throughout the rest of the mod. That could be pretty cool too. It doesn't have to be trained up on Skyrim voices. It could be trained on anyone's voice. That means voice actors still get work, but modders who are, generally not making any money off of their mods don't have to worry about trying to pay a voice actor, for all this time. I think that's it that I have. And now that I know that I'm going to have Liam edit this video, I don't have to worry about being quite so tight in the way that I speak, and I can give my brain a little bit of rest to think of new things. Let me know if you are experiencing mental fatigue. If you are, How are you dealing with it? What have you found that works for you? But keep in mind that to begin to do mental fatigue, the one last tip I want to give you is whatever you do to heal your mental fatigue, to give yourself a break, to change it up. The change does not have to be big. A vase of fresh flowers will do. Do not cause yourself further exhaustion by deciding that now is a good time to paint the entire house, for example. Or now would be a good time to shampoo every single rug. For example, something small is all it takes to make a little change, to give your brain something new to chew on. That's all you need. I think I'll end it here. And as always, thank you so much for watching.